Well, welcome back to the Armory. On a beautiful day today, doing some work in the shop, and here is part 4 of reloading. Now, this entire episode is going to be dedicated to one specific topic, and it's before we actually start priming and powdering and throwing bullets. So, let's jump right into it. There is a measurement on a bullet called an ogive. And basically what the ogive is, it's the point at which the curvature or the taper of the point of the bullet reaches the land diameter. So for 7.62 by 54 Russian, there's 2 barrel dimensions you need to know about. You need to know the land and the groove dimensions. Now, my rifle's groove dimension is 312. So I load 3.12 bullets into the cases. The ogive is the smaller diameter, which is approximately 303 to 304. So that's going to come much further down the bullet where you get the width of the lands of the barrel. So that is critically important because in the reloading manual, it'll give you this number, and this number is, in my personal experience, a to be determined number. The case overall length. Now, I asked many people over the years of reloading, how can you have all these different types of bullets with different shapes, different lengths, different everything, and you get one standardized overall length. And pretty much the consensus answer was, this is the safe length. So it will chamber in everything with whatever bullet you decide to use, and what you sacrifice is how far does this bullet travel, or what we call jump, before it actually engages the lands in the barrel. That can really affect accuracy, and it can really detrimentally affect a lot of different parameters when it comes to reloading. So it is very important that you figure out what your overall length needs to be. Now, I do this with every rifle that I load. It's not a secret. There's tools out there, and we're going to go over the tools that I use. Now, again, like always, I don't go for the absolute precision, but I shoot for approximately about 10 thousandths jump between the seated bullet and the bullet engaging the lands. And this is how we come to that number. Now, these are 3 different bullets, and you can see there is a very distinct difference in the very fat pointed tip and the very long engagement where the bearing surface is actually going to meet the lands. And then you look at these two, and they look very similar, but they actually seat to 2 different depths. This one on the right has actually got a much shallower pitch to the pointed end that takes a lot longer curve, if you will. So we're going to look at these. This is the bullet that I commonly load more often in my rifle. So I'm not going to show you this in a rifle. It might be a little too cumbersome and clunky to do that, but here is an overall length gauge. And this is super simple to use. It's just a depth gauge. So you have a specific case, and the case is opened up on the end just enough that a bullet will slip in and out of nice and firmly. It's not going to fall out, but it won't take a press to push it in. So that, and the back of the case is actually threaded instead of having a primer pocket. So this tool threads onto the case. And basically what you do is you want to stick the bullet in, and you use this little end piece right here to push. And you want to take the bolt out of your rifle, and you want to insert this whole tool into the chamber. So the case is going to enter the chamber just as it should. Now, with the end of the tool, you're going to push the bullet out, just like that, until the bullet engages the lands of the barrel. When it does that, you tighten this knob right here, and you can no longer push that in and out. Then you can take the tool as it sits, take the tool out of the chamber, and you just simply measure from this cutout, which will be the back of the case, to the tip of the bullet. Now this is super easy to do, but you will notice rather quickly that you're going to get some pretty radically different overall lengths for your seated cartridges than what the book says. And like I said, it can vary dramatically up to 50 thousandths or more between what the book says. And the book is just being safe. So if you want to load really close to the lands, you can have a really good measurement. When is the bullet actually going to hit the lands of the barrel? You can also, I generally will take this number, knock about 10 thousandths off of it, and that way I get my 10 thousandths clearance, my 10 thousandths of a jump to that. This is what I will set, whatever this measurement is, lock the calipers down, and while I'm reloading each cartridge, I'll test on the calipers as I'm making them. It's very, very important to do this if you want to load to accuracy. If you're loading just to dump rounds at the range and you're not looking for really good accuracy, or you're using cheap bullets or whatever, then it's not as critical a step. You can go off the case overall length and you'll be fine, you'll be safe. If you're looking for accuracy, you want to know what the chamber depth is to the lands, and you want to load that accurately reflects your chamber depth to the lands. So this is going to be one of the important measurements that we're going to need to know when we get to actually pushing the bullet in at press. So this is the gauge I use. It's really simple, really easy, and it works for me. I get fantastic results out of it. And like I said, each different bullet you use is going to seat at a different depth in relation to the lands of the barrel. So the more you know, the better your loading can be. And this is, a lot of people say that this is kind of an advanced thing to do. I don't at all subscribe to that. I think this is something that beginners need to be aware of, need to know, and even if you're not loading to it, it's a good skill to have and tools to have on hand for your reloading. All right, so next video is going to be about basically making the bullet. So, all right, have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video.